Okay, so I'm just going to make a video of this in the UDIM fixing. But first here, actually I still don't like these claws. Let's just break this. Just delete the layer. If I bring back my skeleton here, I'll just hit 5 so I can see what I'm doing. Some of these pieces I deleted the history right off. I'm just going to grab that bone and I'll do that mesh, not mesh, zip over to rigging, skin, bind skin, and just rebind them. It's faster. You can do a bunch of different tricks to this, but sometimes it's just like, just rebind the damn thing. Cheap. Okay, and what else? This thing's bound. These pieces here are having issues, so let's put on X-ray joints so I can see what I'm doing there. And I suspect that one as well. Let's just delete the history first, and then I'll bind them. Skin, bind skin. And what else did I do? Anything else to get the history deleted off of it? This piece here. Okay. And I think everything else is good. And just check it and find out, right? Oh, I didn't do my claws. The claws. So if I grab this, grab that, I'm just going to hit G. I get this one. I'm just hitting G, getting it all together. I think that's it. Okay, cool. Again, double check everything, make sure. Okay, so we got something goofy that I was doing here. Actually, how do I feel about that? It's okay. And then also double check. That's all working, everything's cool. Okay, great. So let's hide my skeleton again. We've got one more little issue to deal with here before I take this over to Mari. My Mari preparation. I'm just going to go into the UV editor, and if I... Oh, actually, one other thing I should do. Save. Don't want to crash right now. That would mean I'd have to spend a lot more time on here. I'll just call it number 23. Save. Okay. Okay, so if I grab everything in here, I'm just going to hide my controller layer. Actually, there's another skeleton thing here. I'm just going to delete that. There's a geo layer. Delete that. Okay, great. And I think, actually, one more thing when I think about it, or get into this, what have we got? Head, these pieces here. Those should be parented to the geometry group. I'm just going to hit P. There, now they're all in this master group. Double click. There's the geo layer. Everything's there. Okay, cool. Now, all my geometry is on top of each other. Okay, all the UDIM pieces are on top of each other. And I don't want that. I want them to be kind of like moved over, and I'd like it if I can grab these. Those are for my cables. How about if I go and I grab the UVs, and I think I hit B accidentally here. I'm just going to use the, let's see, let's close it first so you can see this when I pop it open. If I open up the UV editor, in the UV toolkit under the transform, there's this option here, move, and it usually is sitting at 0.1. Make sure it's at 1, and then you can move these over a UDIM space. Okay, and you can use the arrows on your keyboard. And so I've got those. Let's take this beast right here. Go to object mode, grab its UVs, and I'll just go over and I'll want to keep myself kind of organized while I'm doing it. Boop. Oh. When I did that, it didn't really do it correctly. I got to go this way. I think it thought I was pick walking. Okay, everything's working out okay though. There. What did I do? I think I grabbed these things and see, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing. I laid out the UVs so they'd be pretty much the same. I almost wish there was some way of almost automating this somehow, but Not that I know of. So 1, 2, 3, 1 there. How about this one? And also I could just kind of like stare at this and I can see the numbers. So we're going to the 7 spot. So I can come in here and I'll just hit the arrow keys till I get to 7. Okay, and what have we got? Spark plugs. Okay, so there's this whole one here. They're all the same, right? So maybe if I go in and I grab all these parts all at the same time, there, I think that's 8, right? 7.5, gotta go one more over. Okay, and when you go to Mari, you've got up to 10 of these UDIM spaces you can use, so you can really only have 9 here. Did the cables, did all this stuff. Let's see, what do we have here? I might even decide that, you know what, I'm just going to take the head pieces here and let's go up one here. What if I take the claws? Maybe I want the claws to all have the same texture, or maybe I want them to have different textures. What I could do is grab them, go up, up, and then I could take each one and give them their own little UDIM across here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do that. That'd be just too much freaking work. Maybe it might be too much work. It might look cool, but I'm trying to do this fast. And where? Oh, there we go. Grab this, 2 there. And there's one more piece, this thing at the bottom here. Up, up, up. Go in here, grab my UVs. And if I grab all the geometry again, make sure I'm in object mode, and there, they're all spread out. And this means I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll end up having 12 textures coming out of Mari when I'm finished. But that's my quick little UDIM setup. I could organize this differently, I could do even more, but this should be just enough. So I should save it and stop here.